Welcome back, Nick Lenz, Comic Corner, Classics as Non-Classics, episode number 983, and Doubleshot number 877. I have two DC trades, both of whom basically trades from Red Hood and the Outlaws. First we have Red Hood and the Outlaws Volume 1, Dark Trinity. Yeah, I've got to point this out though. I mean, is it just me? I'm sure a lot of people have noticed this. It's like any trade that had the first volume of all DC Reaper trades had this thing where like almost every character, every solo book, even some group books that seem like this too, we have to have a close-up of the character's face. Yes, they did for this one. They pretty much almost everyone. The only books I could think of they do it for was just the Tick the Comics didn't do this. I know for a fact that Axe Comics didn't do this. Neither did All-Star Batman. It was a close-up of him. Basically, we just the first issue cover. Yep, because that's a lot of Rebirth covers. I think like the only one I can think of that didn't do this. I think Trinity didn't either. But generally, like every single book that said Rebirth did this thing. Yeah. This book pretty much has the Rebirth issue and the first 6 issues of the Atlas Volume 2. It's basically still today, it's still written by the same writer. Yep. With artwork by Dexter Soy, who does the majority of the series artwork. Yep. And released only just a few years ago, these issues. Now, the Rebirth issue is, simply put, Red Hood's new origin story. Yep, another one for him, though this one basically confirms that his basically post-crisis origin story, of him stealing the wheels of the Batmobile. Yep, that's indeed canon. Yep, they fixed that, where it's now canon now. Oh yeah, and he does assemble the Outlaws in the first issue. Nope, he basically does over the course of a few issues. Like, at in issue 1, that's when Artemis shows up. And then like in issue 3, we have, Bizarro shows up. Also, Black Mask in these issues. Yep, Black Mask. Yeah, despite the fact he was appearing also here, he also appeared in the first arc for All-Star Batman. And he wore this really weird mask. Though in this book itself, they actually do kind of explain the reasoning for him wearing this damn thing. Yes, there is a reason for this. Yeah, it was something to do with a supernatural thing and a way to control frickin' Bizarro. Yeah, I'm not really sure why. Yeah, where he has his zipper for a face. Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, apparently this is Black Mask's mask. And yes, he wore this in the first arc of All-Star Batman as well. So at least that Scott Snyder was consistent with Black Mask's look. Yep. In case you're wondering, what's the other mask underneath? Well, it's his regular mask, but with symbols on it. Yeah, apparently his teeth have got symbols on it too, for some strange reason. I have no idea why in the world he thought this was a good idea to do. Yeah, and the book itself doesn't bother to explain. It's like, okay, let's create a virus and have him wear this damn mask for some reason. Yeah, despite the fact he already wears a mask already, basically a black skull mask. How he got that is actually quite disgusting. Thank you, Doug Moak. Yeah, he's the one who did this. Okay, first we see him on his teeth that's got strange symbols. Yes, his teeth. And then we do something quite weird. He takes off the mask. Yep. This is what his face looks like without the mask on. It's like, okay, it's basically the normal black skull mask he's never wearing, just with symbols. Yep. Yeah, I have no idea why he decided to do this, but he did. Yep, and basically Bizarro's sort of imperfect, but yep, and of course Red Hood basically is operating out of Gotham City. Yeah, majority of these issues he's operating out of Gotham City. Occasionally goes out to the country, but yeah. They also set up something in here that's explored in the next arc, the Bow of Ra, and something for Bizarro. It's like this arc is focused on Red Hood, the second arc focused on Artemis, and the third arc is focused on Bizarro. Which I'm going to get to that soon because I've already reviewed Volume 2. This is a good start for this series. And I told Scott about that when I met him the last Comic Con I went to. I think it was MegCon Orlando. I think it was MegCon Orlando. I think it was MegCon Tampa last year when I seen him. I told him that this run is better than his original run. And he was quite happy with that. Yep. This book is really good. 9.5 out of 10. Really, really good. Yeah, Batman Paris issue 2 has some fight with Red Hood at the beginning, though. This does come back into play in Volume 4. Next up we have Red Hood and the Outlaws Volume 3, Bizarro Reborn, collecting issues 12 to 18 of Red Hood and the Outlaws Volume 2, and the annual. Still same writer, still same artist, Dexter Soy, though this has a few different artists along with Tyler Kirkham, Balin, I think he does the annual, with Joe Bennett, Sean Persons, Sergio Sabato, and Juhan Abaran, I think you pronounced his name. Yes, in case you're wondering, this Veronica that's on the cover, Veronica Ganai, is the colorist. Yep. Basically we're doing something similar we did in the previous volume, revisiting a place no one has seen in quite a while. This one I thought was quite interesting. Okay, so something about Bizarro. He's dying. So they go visit Lex Luthor. Yes, Lex Luthor. So they go to visit him. This is before Scott's had a day with him in the page of Justice League became a villain again. He's basically a kind of a hero, anti-hero-ish, and goes to fix him. Basically just some kryptonite, and yep, all fixed. There's also a flashback in here to what happened in Forever Evil, where they had another Bizarro. Yeah, the first Bizarro show up here, where he died. This is a different one. So he became super smart, and basically becoming super smart. Then you have just Red Hood and Artemis becoming basically just fight crime with jetpacks. And you know that, yep, he basically, while they're away fighting crime, he built themselves a base operations, a flying building. Also with a door that reminds me of something from the pages of Mighty Avengers. Well, mainly Dan Slott's run. This door, you open it up, it goes to various places across the world, like the Fortress of Solitude, the Batcave, and then they also decided to form an agreement with the Suicide Squad of all people to stabilize it. Believe it or not, yeah, there's a reference to something Scott Lobdell doesn't here. Basically, he goes back to the Colony. No, not the Colony from Genesis Detective Comics. No, this is a completely different one. The Colony, the base, the main headquarters of the organization, nowhere. Yes, Scott Lobdell is referencing the Colony here. And they go back to the place, and nobody's there except for one person. Yep, my friend Tilly was so happy when he saw this image. He posted on Facebook right away. Yeah, it is by far the one picture he really wanted to see because he was not a big fan of the Colony. Yeah, so they go visit the Colony with the Suicide Squad. I should point out that they're there with Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, which basically Red Hood references basically Roy Harper, Deadshot, and Captain Boomerang. So 3 Batman villains and a Flash villain. Yep, that's basically who went with them. Oh yeah, and they basically, okay, so the plan is this. You have Red Hood and Killer Croc go find the resources and basically plunder it, while Artemis and Harley search for 18 survivors. There's not any. And everybody else work with him to shut down the place to make sure to prevent the meltdown of this place, because this place is apparently built at the plant's core. Now, yes, so we have Killer Croc and Red Hood traveling the sewers, and they come across a room, and what do they find? Harvest! Dead! My friend Tivia loved this image that he posted on Facebook. Yes, a Harvest basically looks like he's freaking crucified. How he's got like this? Never explained. It's just that they're not here for that. Yeah, maybe they should investigate like how the heck they killed off freaking Harvest. Especially as when he was last seen, he was pretty much already dead anyways. Yeah, basically this is Lobdell basically giving an apology for the Colony. It's like, okay, everybody hated this guy so badly, so I just kill him right away. Yep, let's just kill him. And they get resources. They pretty much basically have so much fun. It's like, you have Red Hood like, yeah, I can use this basically to cause a lot of damage in Gotham City. A lot of future tech. Yeah, he loves the tech here. And of course, Killer Croc references the previous fight with the Outlaws, where he had a team with Roy and Starfire. Yep. Like what halves? You want halves? Halves is fine. And I love the fact that somehow Artemis basically gets along okay with Harley Quinn. Yep. And then we also have Deadshot and Captain Boomerang working with Bizarro to stabilize the core. Manowar working on them briefly, and then that's it. Yep. And then we have a match, and then we have a fight with Queen Bee. Yes, Queen Bee from the pages of Superman. Yep, from the pages of Superman. Me and me. Yep. We have them fight this for this one issue, and then we have we have a guest star appearance by one of my favorite DC characters, a creation of the late Steve Ditko, The Creeper! Yes, the Creeper! When I saw this again, I'm like, yes, a Steve Ditko character. And believe it or not, they brought another Steve Ditko recent character in recent pages of Brian Michael Bendis' Action Comics. It's like, is DC have good a love letter to Steve Ditko, bringing back his characters? I mean, first it's the Creeper, and then it's, well, they also brought back Ted Core in the pages of Blue Beetle. And also brought back the Question in the pages of, well, Action Comics. They also brought back Captain Atom. It's like, wow, bring back all the Steve Ditko characters. Awesome. And apparently doing sort of a membership drive for some reason. Everyone's like, seriously, a membership drive? Yeah, this guy goes to play in the next trade. Then we have the End, which has the guest appearance by Nightwing. Yeah, outside of his own solo book, mind you. And it's mentioned this book takes place in between issues 11 and 12. Okay, so yeah, you have basically the Outlaws undercover at a circus, which basically have guest appearance by Dick Grayson. We also have appearance by KG Beast, also appearing last in the pages of All-Star Batman. And he's such a great character. Yeah, and this is freaking KG Beast. They'll refer to him as simply the Beast, but yeah, it's KG Beast. A character created by Jim Starlin. Yes, Jim Starlin created this character in his first arc he did for Batman. And by the way, the first issue of that first appearance is collected. I think it's Batman The Dark Knight Volume 1. That's his first appearance in Batman 410. Which that also kind of explains Jason Todd's post-crisis origin story. Though that was basically done by Max Allan Collins. Yep, they basically just undercover the circus. Yep. And it's like, what, 7 beards. Yeah, it's a fun little annual. We also have Bizarro having a girlfriend who's a bearded lady. Makes out with her. And then the story ends. This is so funny. It's like, I kissed a bearded lady. And I'm like, cool. Like, gear number? Yep, it's 8. I even love the fact you have Bizarro and Red Hood basically enhanced by KG Beast. It's a really awesome story. Yep. Also, they even have a couple issues before they meet with Suicide Squad where they fight the Bat Family. Well, basically, they fight Azrael, Orphan, Batwoman, and Batwing. Okay. But that was just set up for the Suicide Squad issues. But this book is just really, really good. This book a 9.5 out of 10. I'm sure my friend Tibby's probably reviewed. I don't think he has reviewed these trades. I don't think he has. I know he didn't like the first line for this series. I didn't like it in particular. I mean, I was reading DC at the time when the issues came out, but I thought they were okay. The book did get a little bit better. And the book was okay when it was relaunched as Red Size Arsenal. Yep, so that's particularly it for this particular review. Stay tuned for my other reviews today, which right now is just another Case Closed video, a comic corner, a review One Punch Man, a movie review. I think that's... Actually, it's 2 more reviews, Case Closed, a manga review, and comic corner. Yeah, basically about 5 more videos today. I think that's it. Yep, but to this next video. Bye.